All right, so now let's go to the first video clip. We're going to check out some peaceful protesters, and then we're going to react to that. So let's cut to the clip.
Take a look at what happened this morning in Minneapolis.
People need to show up with guns to face you guys. It's time for an armed resistance against the United States of America.
Take your mask off.
This is done. We're done. You're murderers. You shot a woman in a wheelchair.
Mask off, bitch boy.
We need to come back with weapons. Go to the gun store, get a gun, learn how to use it, and face you guys man to man.
Okay, what are your thoughts on that? That's a nice peaceful protest. I apologize for the foul language, but I wanted you to get the full effect of it. Is that okay? Is that a peaceful protest? He's just talking. I mean, he didn't have a gun. Is that all right? Or would that be considered assault? Now, you can curse. I guess you can curse out the ICE officers or law enforcement, but what are your thoughts? Do you think it's all right to make a statement that you're going to go gather up a group of vigilantes and come back with guns and do what he said? Is that okay? And what does this do for the whole peaceful protesting thing? We have a right to protest, but do we have a right to get in the way of law enforcement? And do we have a right to threaten law enforcement officers? And if you're an officer, how do you know whether or not somebody's going to carry out a threat like that? How do you determine? Can you get into a person's mind, read their mind, and say, this guy's bluffing? Or be able to tell when they're going to carry it out? Now, do you remember what happened in Texas several months ago where the group of 10 people set up an ambush? And they set off a bunch of fireworks so they could get the agents to respond. And after they responded, they unloaded weapons. And they had rifles. I can't remember if anybody lost their life, but there were certainly officers that got hit. So how do you know if this guy is going to carry that out or if he's just bluffing? Let me know in the comments. How do we know that it's not going to end up like an incident like what we saw in Texas? Okay, so let's see here. I think I got one more clip to share. I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah, that's it. So now let's cut to the next to final clip, and I'm going to show you some of the people that these protesters are protecting. Cut to the clip.
You have an individual from Laos, illegal alien convicted of violent sexual assault of minors. A Salvadoran convicted of 3 counts of homicide. Another Laos convicted of sexual assault of a girl under 13 years old and procuring a minor for prostitution. You have a Mexican illegal convicted of homicide, a Sudanese illegal convicted of homicide, another Mexican national convicted of sexual assault of a child. You've got a Somalian citizen, illegal immigrant convicted of homicide, and the list goes on and on. This is just a sampling of those. And by the way, Laken Riley would have turned 24 yesterday, but her life was taken by an illegal immigrant allowed into this country from Venezuela.
All right, so a nice little bunch. Now, what are your thoughts on that? Are they just cherry picking? Is this just a very small percentage of the people that are illegals, and they're only showcasing that to make it look bad? Or what? And then how do you know what the background of illegals are? And so if they're here illegally, not like, say, what Devory Darkins made a good point once where he was talking about, hey, when you overstay your visa, that's a misdemeanor. That's a civil offense. But if you entered the country illegally and never had a green card, a work permit, or whatever, that's a federal offense. So what are your thoughts about that? Is it a good thing that the peaceful protesters are protecting the people like what you just saw on that screen? All right, final clip. Let's cut to this clip and show you Ilhan Omar. And let's listen to her description about what happened. Cut to the clip.
But do you see from the recordings that we see, is there anything that you believe was being done that should not have been done by Macklin Good? The administration says she was blocking the road. They are claiming this is an act of terrorism.
Yeah, Renee Nicole Good, as you hear her say, she's not mad. She's sitting in her car, peacefully waving cars to get by. This agent, as you see, gets out of his car, automatically starts running towards her, trying to open her door. She feels scared. She tries to turn the wheel away. And then you see the other officer, who can clearly see the car is moving, move towards the front of the car, which, if they are saying that he has 10 years on service and is trained, he should know that you shouldn't be trying to get in front of a moving car.
Okay, so what do you think of that? She was not mad, just sitting in her car, peacefully waving for cars to get by, and she was just scared when she peeled out. She was just scared. So after watching the 3.5-minute video and those other clips, what are your thoughts? What's your reaction to Ilhan Omar? Funny how they asked the advice of someone who is at the epicenter of a $9 billion fraud scandal. And then she's talking like she's an expert on proper law enforcement procedures.